Okay, I'm gonna go live.
Okay. Good afternoon. Can everyone hear me? Okay, we are now live. This is Mark Kleiser, Planner 2 with Planning and Building Services. I am going to give us 5 minutes to make sure that all commissioners are here. So this meeting will reconvene at 5 after 2. All right, now we're on live. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for waiting. Again, Mark Kleiser, Planner 2, Planning and Building Department, Mendocino County, and I'm calling this November 9th, 2022 Archaeological Commission meeting to order at 2:05 p.m. I'm going to conduct roll call. Planning and Building Services is me. I am present. Museum Representative, Commissioner Dick.
Yes, I'm here.
Archaeologist Representative, Commissioner Cole.
Present.
And Native American Representative,
Present.
Commissioner Lockhart.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Okay, item 2 is Archaeological Commission Administration. The applications listed below will be reviewed by the Archaeological Commission. You are invited to view the meeting on YouTube and provide any information pertinent to these applications. If you have photographs of the site, you are encouraged to email them to the above email address by 2 p.m. on November 9th, 2022. And item 2A is discussion and possible action, including adoption of resolution of the Mendocino County Archaeological Commission finding that state and local officials continue to recommend measures to promote social distancing in connection with public meetings. We have gone over this, so I think everyone's familiar with this item. And with that, I am going to make a motion to approve this resolution. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, seconded by Commissioner Cole. And I will take roll call. Commissioner Dick?
Aye.
Commissioner Lockhart?
No.
Commissioner Cole?
Yeah.
And Planning and Building Services is a yes. Motion carries 4-1. Okay, thank you. And now moving on to our agenda item number 3. These are determination if a survey is required. Okay. So the first item we have is CDP case number 2021-0057. The owner is Heather Meyer and the agent is Lance Sprague. The request is a coastal development administrative permit to construct a single-story, 640 square foot, single-family dwelling of wood frame. A new well, septic system, and grading for a driveway is also proposed. A permit for the temporary use of a trailer coach for occupancy while constructing a dwelling is additionally proposed. The location is in the coastal zone, approximately 1.8 miles north of Gualala on the west side of Ocean Ridge Road. That's about 180 feet north of its intersection with Ocean View Lane, and it is addressed at 38160 Ocean Ridge Road in Gualala, assessor parcel number 144-25201. And Marco, do we have anyone in attendance for this item?
I show the staff planners, let me add him on here. And then, let's see here. I do not see an agent or owner applicant. I don't see a name.
Okay. Any comments from staff before we bring this back to the commission for discussion?
I just wanted to say, Project Planner Steven Schweitzer here. I'm available for further questions. I was able to speak with the applicant, Heather Meyer. She's unable to attend, as well as the agent. So I'm again happy to address any further questions.
Okay, thank you. So then we will bring it back to the commission for discussion.
I have a question.
Yes, Commissioner Cole.
What's the difference in elevation from the top part of the property to the bottom part?
Project Planner Steven Schweitzer here. Let me pull up the plans here. It is quite a slope on site. Bear with me.
Yep.
right here.
I tried to figure it out from the drawing, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
Yes, and CAL FIRE had offered an exception for the road for the slope, considering the elevation of the site as well, considering the size of the parcel. Here, I'm just pulling up those plans.
The Northwest Information Center used one of their paragraphs commenting that that the proposed project area has a low possibility of containing cultural resources. But looking at the quad map, with the exception of the fact that it faces north or northwest, it's at the headwaters of a major water course, which to me makes it sensitive. The fact that it's on the north facing slope is a little less sensitive, but it's right off a major trending ridge. So that's what I wonder, what the elevation of the property was from the top to the bottom.
All right, let's see here. It looks like there is a 50 to 60% grade. I'm not sure exactly on the actual elevation there, but does that grade gives you any idea of the slope on site?
Okay, so it goes from. Okay, what is the percentage of slope? Is it all at 60%?
The lot is very steep at 50 to 60% grade, and it's under 1 acre in size.
Okay.
So, you know,
all right.
to
Well,
achieve, excuse
go
me.
ahead.
To achieve the required 16% driveway gradient, it wouldn't meet the requirements for CAL FIRE as well as the 50-foot radius inside curve. So that was kind of the request in correspondence with CAL FIRE in order to allow for the driveway to kind of deviate from their standards, which CAL FIRE did grant.
Okay. Well, I don't think a survey is necessary, given the slope.
Okay. Commissioner Dick, Commissioner Lockhart, comments?
I would agree with Bill due to the location.
Okay. Commissioner Dick?
It's the same thought with how steep it is.
Okay. Thank you, Planner Schweitzer. So does anyone then want to make a motion? Well,
I make a motion. Oh, okay. That we accept the plan as with the discovery clause.
okay. So we have a motion from Commissioner Call. No survey required. Discovery clause, of course, applies. Can I get a second?
Lockhart.
I'll second.
Seconded by Lockhart. Okay, take a roll call then. Commissioner Dick,
Aye.
Commissioner Call,
Yes.
Commissioner Lockhart,
Yes.
and Planning and Building Services is a yes. Motion passes 4-0. Okay. Thank you, Planner Schweitzer. All right. Moving on then to item number 3B. This is case number MS 2022-0002. The owner applicant is Michael and Maribel Anderson. The agent is Wind Coastal Planning and Biology. The request is a minor subdivision of 14.07 acres parcel into two parcels. Parcel 1 would be 4.77 acres, while parcel 2 would be 9.27 acres. The location is inland. It is approximately 2 miles north of the city of Fort Bragg Town Center, lying east of State Route 1, approximately 1/2 mile north of its intersection with Airport Road, and it is addressed at 22601 North Highway 1 in Fort Bragg. The assessor parcel number is 069-231-39. And do we have anyone from the public here who wishes to comment?
Well, it looks like we have Amy Nguyen and Tara Jackson with Wynn Coastal Planning
Okay.
available, so let's see if I can add them.
Hi, this is Amy Nguyen. Tara Jackson, my fellow planner, will be speaking for this one. I'm just along to listen, so I'll mute myself.
Thank you, Amy. And hi, Tara.
Hi, this is Tara Jackson, agent for the applicant with Wynn Coastal Planning and Biology.
Okay, do you care to make any comments before we bring it to discussion before the commission?
Yeah, sure. So we did not have a survey performed on this property. And the reason why we did not order a survey is it's very heavily compacted gravel, most of the site. And where it's not heavily compacted gravel, it's asphalt. It's been in industrial use for decades. And this is we're not proposing any new development. The purpose of the subdivision, or I guess the intention, I should say, of the subdivision is for the owners to basically separate the uses on the property, which is the northerly part is used for industrial commercial rentals such as mats and building materials. And then the southern part is used for the logging, Anderson logging, where they store logs and then like fuel and as well as logging trucks. So it's just very heavily compacted, no developments proposed. And yeah, so I'm here for any questions.
Okay, thank you.
My first question is, okay, so this is a subdivision. So if somebody wants to build anywhere within these two new parcels, will it come before the commission again? Like, you know, somebody wants to do some ground disturbance and build something somewhere. Will it come before the commission?
No, this is a inland project, so it would not come before the commission.
Okay, I noticed that there's a boundary for the coastal zone boundary. So
Yeah.
what about that part of the property that's west of that boundary? If somebody wanted to build in there, wouldn't it have to come before the commission?
So there is no portion of this property that is in the coastal zone. Let's see.
According to the map, it is.
Oh, I think, yeah, there might be like a, okay, so the county's GIS map is slightly incorrect.
Oh, yeah.
So what, from my understanding is that it's Highway 1 is the coastal zone boundary, not a portion of the property.
Okay, so the red line with the white dots is Highway 1?
Yeah, let me pull, I'm looking at a parcel quest right now on my end, so just give me a second.
And if I may, Bill, that is correct. It does look like the western boundaries of both of these parcels is the coastal zone. So it is all east of the coastal zone. And to add on to Tara's response about building, it is true, it is all ministerial. I'm sorry, go ahead.
How can it be all east of the coastal boundary when the map shows that a large part of it's west of the coastal boundary?
What map are you referring to, Bill?
The one that came with the plan, the proposal.
Right.
It's Okay, I see. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing. I get it. Okay, the black is the boundary, and that's east of the road.
Correct.
I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
That's the
didn't,
city limits, I
didn't-
think you're looking at.
okay, I figured that out finally. Sorry.
And then
Okay.
I just wanted to add that if a use is proposed that does require a development permit, such as a use permit, then it would come before the Art Commission again. But if it's simply a structure that is an allowed use, then no, it would not come before the Art Commission again.
Looks like
Okay, now,
jumping it down.
Wish you did.
okay, what about that the southern area of the boundary? Is that, it doesn't look, I mean, like it, is that asphalt and what's going on there?
So the southern portion of the boundary is where they store logs. And it's a lot of compacted gravel.
And where the trees are they on the south end? Is there a drainage running along that tree line?
Amy,
Kinda
do you have the answer to that one? If there's a,
I'm taking a look. I've never walked that far back onto the property. So I'm just looking at the aerials.
yeah, I don't think it is, because then the next lot to the west is a storage facility. And I'm not seeing like a continuity of green, right, and trees.
Yeah.
And
What
you have storage.
what about the draining? Is there a creek that's running through there, through that southern part?
Not that I know of, and
I mean,
we've done.
the county has maps they can put up on the wall up there to tell us whether there's a drainage there or not.
Take a look at the maps from the packet.
But hey, Mark, you got that big screen that shows all the maps and it shows drainages everywhere.
Right, we're gonna look it up right now on our one map online real quick.
Oh, cool. Do you not have that big screen in the office there anymore?
To share, we do have the big screen. Yeah, we're looking for PBS one map. I have a tendency to think there's probably not a wetland going through that. Otherwise, it would have been captured by our cartographer and included in the packet. But I just want to make sure.
Okay, thanks.
If you go to the share drive and go to web apps. I don't think I have it. Oh, we don't have it.
If you guys would like, I could go back to my desk and try and pull it up.
Would you mind real quick? Do you have the APN number?
Yeah,
It says
sorry, on here.
33B. Great, thank you.
I think I can share screen too.
So we're gonna have,
Oh, here, I think
oh.
I got it. I think
Oh.
I got it.
I think we got it.
Okay.
And I see that Planner Waldman has also joined us. Maybe we could ask Planner Waldman if she could go into PBS One Map. Thank you.
Hi, Planner Waldman for Mendocino County Planning and Building Services.
Hi, welcome. Thank you. Planner Wald?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm not sure if I have the ability to share screen, but I would love to share screen. And I will show the mapping. One moment, please. I'm having a, sorry for jumping in.
No, thank you.
What are we looking for?
Yeah, go to wetlands. Scroll down to the wetlands.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to turn on a layer really quick. There was 2 questions. I was watching through the YouTube video, and sometimes it's important for planners to jump on. So here I am to help assist. You can see the blue lines that have appeared, and I'm going to also turn on the coastal boundary line that basically runs directly along Highway 1, where the subject parcel is accessed directly off of Highway 1, where the coastal boundary line hits Highway 1. I don't know if you can see my screen here, but these blue lines, there are ravines or wetlands that is in our mapping. And so I just wanted to show those. There's also a wetland that is mapped, and these are estimated locations that are not actually surveyed, verifiable. And if there was question of these wetlands, we would need to have adequate biological scoping surveys and assessment done to verify. This subdivision does not propose any new development, nor does it propose any change of existing use on the parcel, as the agent already mentioned. And I am available for any questions that anybody has.
Okay, my first question is if that freshwater forested shrub wetland, if somebody built adjacent that wetland, is would that come before the commission?
So as
it looks like there's probably 4 or 5 acres around adjacent that wetland. I know they say they're not planning on doing anything, but I just want to know if they did, would it come before the commission?
As already mentioned, it would not come before the board, as this parcel is not subject to the coastal ordinance and it's subject to the inland ordinance. It depends on, nope, I think that I'm in agreement with the agent's comments about no, it would not come before the Archaeological Commission.
Okay, so the area to the northeast of that wetland, is that covered in asphalt or?
So if you are pertaining to these areas that are shaded in purple or this pink violet.
No, I'm talking about, I don't know, can you see where my cursor is?
No, Planner Waldman, I believe he's speaking to the area that is to the right of the wetland on the map, where the area is cleared.
I will go back to sharing screen. I didn't want to hog the screen. Can you see the wetland area? And if you are saying to the east, that would be in this area? Or do you mean on the?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it looks like there's, okay, that area that's south of that line of colored cars or whatever they are, white, blue, pink, red.
Yeah, so that area right there. Oh, a little further above the logs.
Yeah, above the logs in there.
Yeah.
Is that?
So
I mean, it's a wetland, so it's a sensitive area, and I'm just concerned about it.
And because this entire lot has been used historically and currently used as a log storage deck for the existing use on the property, And there are existing structures on the proposed lot. I'm getting some feedback, I apologize.
I
So,
think it was just Tara's baby.
okay, so if there was a structure proposed in this area where the cars are parked, this is a very heavily compacted gravel log yard where log trucks come in, heavy vehicles come in on a regular basis to unload, offload, and upload material. But if there was a proposed structure in the middle of this parcel, it would not come before the board. And the applicant, Tara, may have further comment.
Okay. Because of its closeness to the wetland, wouldn't wouldn't they require some kind of offset or something?
I believe that because of the inland zoning regulations, if the use was to be for some type of development that had water regulations for setbacks, let's say there was a septic capacity or some other type of expansion like that, there would be other regulations that are outside the scope of planning and building services for that future possibility of development.
And if I may add too, depending on what's being proposed, the development review might be required. In that case, we could capture the wetland and potentially archaeological items in that development review.
I just would like to also confirm that this is not located within a sanitary district, like a sewer district or a water district. So if there was any development that would be disturbing wetlands or freshland, shrub, freshwater, forested shrub or wetland, it depends on the use. So like Kleiser just mentioned about the discretionary use permits, that may come to you if there was a discretionary use. This is an industrial zoned parcel. So there are quite a bit of different developments that can support the existing use without having to apply for a use permit or a discretionary permit.
So is there a possibility that we could ask for an archaeological survey around the wetland area?
I'm not qualified to answer that question.
Yes, I mean, Mark Kleiser, Planner 2. That is what we're here to discuss. If that is what the commission requests, then we can certainly request a survey.
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Okay.
I'm assuming that riparian area is historic at least, if not earlier.
Okay. Commissioner Lockhart?
Thank you very much, Bill. I completely agree with Bill and Mark because I am familiar with EPA regulations. Tribes are very much aware of wetlands. And so I would like to see that discussion be placed on our agenda. We need to be more involved in, or how should I say, piggyback regulations.
Okay. All right. Commissioner Dick, any thoughts, comments?
None that haven't already been said.
Okay. So thank you, Planner Waldman and Tara. Amy, any comments, any thoughts before I request a motion?
No, I don't have any further thoughts at this moment. Thank you very much for your attentiveness on this project.
Yeah, thank you.
So if there are no further discussion, then can I get a motion?
I do have one question.
Oh, yes, Planner Waldman.
I guess maybe it's a clarification after the motion is made.
Okay. So on that note then, can I get a motion?
Yeah, I'd make a motion that MS 2022-0002 that we request a survey of the wetland area with, say, a 100-foot boundary, which would include part of the logging area deck, just to check out any possibility of a site. That's all, something like that. With the yeah.
Okay, just so I can clarify then, your motion is to request a survey within 100 feet of the wetland on the southern portion of the parcel.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get a second?
Lockhart, second.
Seconded by Commissioner Lockhart. Okay. Roll call then. Commissioner Dick?
Aye.
Commissioner Cole?
Aye.
Commissioner Lockhart?
Yes.
And PBS is a yes. Motion carries 4-0. A survey is required within 100 feet of the wetland located on the parcel. Okay, Planner Waldman, you had a question, comment? No? Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Tara and Amy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, you guys.
Okay, moving on. Going on to item 4, review of surveys. Excuse me. Agenda item 4A is case number CDP 2016-0046. The owner is Tom Paradise. The applicant is Tom Paradise and Fiona Davidson, and the agent is Andy Harney. The request is a standard coastal development permit to construct a single-family residence and detached accessory structure containing a garage, workshop, greenhouse, and guest cottage. Associated improvements will include, pardon me? Oh. Associated improvements will include decking around the single-family residence and accessory structure, solar system on the accessory structure, a hot tub within the exterior decking of the single-family residence, and a permeable driveway. Associated utilities include construction of a septic system, propane tank, well, and pump house. The applicant includes a proposal for a major vegetation removal on the parcel. The location is approximately 5 miles south of the city of Fort Bragg and 1/2 mile west of the village of Casper. The parcel is located on the southeast corner of the intersection of Pacifica Drive and Seadrift Avenue, approximately 0.3 miles west of the intersection of Pacifica Drive with Casper Road, and is addressed at 45465 Pacific Drive. Assessor parcel number is 118-04010. And do we have anyone here from the project?
Looks like I have a Fiona Davidson.
Okay.
Let's see
Mute. Hi there. Yeah, I'm just here just to literally just to watch what's going on and answer, if I can, answer any questions.
Okay, great, thank you. So with that, then we will bring it back to the commission. Unless, I'm sorry, Planner Waldman, you had a comment.
I do. So this project specifically this coastal development permit has already been approved and issued. And as part of the conditions of that coastal development permit that Mark read to you today, I would like to remind you that the Archaeological Commission reviewed this project on July 11th of 2018, where they did not require a survey at that time. And they added a recommendation that a survey shall be submitted to the Archaeological Commission for approval. So the coastal development permit for this project has been approved, is issued, and part of the conditions of approval is why we are here today with this survey. I can get specific about which condition it is. It should be in your packet. So you have already seen the project it was some time ago, and this is in front of you today for the conditions. Thank you.
Planner Wallman, can I have you read that condition?
Yes. One moment.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, but I have to go to the restroom for a second.
Okay, I'll just note for the record that Commissioner Call has stepped away for just a moment at 2:40.
Shall I wait for him to return?
Yes, please.
Okay, back.
Okay, Commissioner Call is back at 2:42. So, Planner Waldman, you were going to share that condition with us from 2018?
Yes, condition number 9 of Coastal Development Permit CDP 2016-0046 states, after vegetation removal, but prior to installation of construction, an archaeological survey shall be submitted to the Mendocino County Archaeological Commission for approval.
Okay, thank you. So then that brings us back to the commissioners for discussion. We are here to review the survey and see if we can accept it. Any comments, questions?
Was this one the 2016 or the 2022 one?
This is the 2016 one.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I accept the survey. Archaeologists are very motivated to find archaeological sites. And Alex always does a fair amount of shovel tests, and they didn't find anything, so I would accept this one. The same is true for the other one.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Lockhart, Commissioner Dick, comments?
No comment.
No comment. Commissioner Dick?
No, there's 11 shovel pits done. I think we can accept the
Okay.
report.
So then I will go ahead and make the motion to accept the survey for CDP 2016-0046. And just for clarification, that's the survey dated September 23rd, 2022. Do I have a second?
Yeah, with the recommendations of, with recommendations. Yeah.
What recommendations? This discovery clause?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me amend that then. We'll accept the survey dated September 23rd, 2022 for CDP 2016-0046 with the discovery clause. Can I get a second? Oh, Planner Waldman.
Condition 8 of the coastal development permit has the discovery clause, the standard discovery clause under the CDP.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, seconded by Commissioner Dick. Roll call then. Commissioner Call?
Aye.
Commissioner Lockhart?
Yes.
Commissioner Dick?
Yes.
And planning and building is a yes. Motion carries. Survey is accepted for CDP 2016-0046. Thank you, Planner Waldman and Fiona Davidson.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thank you for attending. Okay, and that brings us to the last case for the day, which is case number MS 2022-0003. The owner is Roxanne Clement Rorick. The applicant agent is Munsell Civil Engineering. The request is a minor subdivision of an existing 214-acre parcel into 2 parcels and 1 remainder parcel. Parcel 1 would be approximately 56.7 acres. Parcel 2 would be 40 acres. And the remainder parcel would be approximately 118.4 acres. The parcel is located approximately 6.5 miles north of Redwood Valley on the east side of Tom Kai Road, approximately 4.5 miles north of its intersection with East Road and West Road. It is addressed at 16250 and 17000 Tom Kai Road in Redwood Valley. The assessor parcel numbers are 107-05604, 107-04021, and 105-29016. And we have staff planner Liam Crowley here with us today. And do we have anyone online joining us for this?
I have a Roxanne Rorick.
Okay. Looks like we have the owner with us as well.
Hi, yeah, this is Roxanne.
Hi. So any comments to the commission before we bring this to discussion?
No, just here to answer any questions if you have them.
Okay, thank you. And
Thank you.
Planner Crowley. Any
No, I
comments
have
for you?
no comments.
Okay, no comments.
Here for any questions, yeah.
Alrighty, then we will bring it back to the commission for discussion. Any questions of the owner or staff?
Are we waiting for something?
Oh, no, just waiting for discussion from the commission. Are there any questions?
Oh, okay.
The owner or the staff planner?
No, I approve the survey.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, archaeologists are motivated to find things, so. And this is a very significant company who's been doing this for a long time.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Lockhart? And Commissioner Dick? Thoughts? Okay.
I agree with
Okay.
the technical, hit all the technical points, very important in that, particularly that area.
Okay.
But again, I just have a gut feeling we might add that it's probably called, even though we did, that's a rich area.
Okay.
And under concerns of the commission, I will bring up other information that I have that I don't want to share at this point in time.
Okay, thank you then. All right, then, if there are no further questions for staff or the owner, can I get a motion? Well,
I make a motion that MS 2022-0003 that we accept the survey and its recommendations.
okay. All right, can you get a second, please?
Lockhart,
I'll
second.
second it.
Oh.
Sorry.
That's okay.
All right, so time for a roll call then. Commissioner Dick,
Aye.
Commissioner Lockhart,
Yes.
Commissioner Cull,
Aye.
and PBS is also a yes. Motion carries. Survey for MS 2022-0003 has been accepted with recommendation of the discovery clause. Okay, thank you, Roxanne and Planner Crowley.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right, that concludes items 1 through 4 on the agenda. Moving on then, matters from staff. I do have a couple items to share with you today. The first is the discussion and possible adoption of the recommended format and content for the archaeological survey reports. I emailed those out last time, and my suggestion is that between now and the next meeting, if the commissioners could review that and make any revisions or recommendations to it, and then we can discuss it at the following meeting. I will take notes, and then for the meeting after that, I will send you a redlined version that we can further discuss and then use that moving forward. How's that sound?
That's great. Yeah, I totally forgot all about that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So I will, once again, I'll email you and remind you about that, and then we'll just have it up for discussion then next time. And any changes you want to make, revisions. Yes?
Okay, great. Hey, Mark, can you send me that copy again?
Absolutely.
Thank you. I'm sorry to ask again, but
no problem. Okay. All right. The second item I want to bring up is that the governor announced that the COVID-19 state of emergency is going to be ending on February 28th of next year. As such, we will have to come back in person, starting in March of 2023. There has been some discussion, excuse me, at the board to reach out to the governor's office and see if we can perhaps do a hybrid model. So if I hear anything more about that, I will let you know. But at this time, I guess we're gonna have to prepare to be here starting in March of next year in person. And last but not least, the executive office has reached out to me. They have received an application and are going to bring it in front of the Board of Supervisors on their consent calendar for an alternate member who has applied for the position. At this time, I don't know when that is going to be going on the consent calendar, and I will let you know. But it looks like we will hopefully be having an alternate member soon.
is that for a tribal person, or is that for the industry?
No, that's the alternate member. Commissioner Lockhart is the Native American representative at this time. So we're looking for an alternate member and have not heard anything for an industry representative.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I have a question if there's nothing else at the moment.
Let me see. Marco, anything else from staff?
Not that I know of.
No? Okay, then yes, now we're on to matters commission item 6, so this would be a good time. Lois, I know you had something you wanted to mention.
Yes, Bill. Remember the site that we was brought to my attention by a young man from the River Valley Band of Homo Tribal people. It's site, it's called a roundhouse. It's a church discovered off of Highway 20. And so I got in touch with Caltrans, but it was CAL FIRE that found the site because they were clearing brush in the widening of Highway 20. And that's between Redwood Valley and Potter Valley where the site is. And my in my stunned brain, and I said, and how come we didn't know about it first thing? You know, like shot an arrow through the wall or something. Wow, because it brought to my mind what I'm always saying. And it does annoy me when I see information that says, well, you know, there's a low possibility that this proposed project has a low possibility of containing unrecorded. Well, we never know. How many times you've heard me say that, Bill? How many times you heard me say that? We never know. Here is, in plain daylight, flesh and blood site, a church, a real sacred site of our people. My mother would be so happy. And there it is. And been there all the time, everybody walking past it. But thank God for the man that was clearing brush.
Yeah.
There it is. So that, the contact would be Cal Fire, so,
Okay.
as I understand it. But I left all of my notes. I had a nice conversation with the archaeologist in the RECA office, Caltrans. And so I got nice feedback.
Great, and we'll probably have to make Sonoma State aware of this as well, so that they have it on their records if any future developments
That's what
proposed.
totally shocked me. The people that are supposed to know didn't know.
Well, we'll make sure they do. Thank you, Lois.
You're so welcome.
Okay. Commissioner Dick, any items for discussion? Okay. All right, Marco, any items?
I have-
moving on? Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead, Bill. Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, okay, so there was a subdivision on the coast that was I sent you that information about it a month ago. It was where it had been approved a long time ago, and it's in an area of high historic use and probable Native American use. But when I sent you that information, they were already dozing that area.
Right.
Do you remember that?
I do, yes. And it was approved.
So there wasn't any way to get a survey to halt that project, even though we know it's in an extremely sensitive area?
If it was approved, let me look into that and I will bring that back to the commission at our next meeting. I'll research that a little bit more and I will have an update for you then in December.
Okay. Yeah, it was really kind of an emergency situation, and that project should have been stopped. And there should have been a survey. I think Thad Van Buren was the one who raised some serious questions about it happening prior to a survey, but it seemed like it was already approved, but it had been approved a long time ago. And I was hoping that it would have been stopped, but I guess not.
All right, Billy, I will get back to you. Thank you.
So when did that come before the commission?
I don't have the exact information here in front of me.
No, it never, to my knowledge, I'm not sure it came before the commission.
Ah, like the North State Street project, huh? 3,000-year-old site that, oh, well,
Yep.
so what, Lois?
Yeah, I will look in that right after today's meeting then. And,
Okay, cool.
And I will update you in December. Okay, if there are no additional matters then from the commission, we'll move on to item 7, matters from the public. Anyone here to?
If you'd like to speak from the public, any comments, please use the raise hand feature. If you're dialing in, it'd be *9 to raise your hand and *6 to unmute. I don't see anyone raising their
Okay.
hand.
All right, seeing no one then, moving on to item 8, adjournment. And with that, I am going to make a motion that we adjourn the November 9th, 2022 Archaeological Commission meeting at 3 p.m. May I get a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Lockhart. All in favor?
Sorry, Lindsay.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everyone. I will look into that, Bill. Have a nice month. I'll see you in December.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bye,
cool.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Do we have reservations at a steakhouse for Thanksgiving?
I would.